After an 11-year slumber, the Masters Olympia returns this weekend. Let's talk about it. Well, for the first time in over a decade, bodybuilding fans can say we're less than 24 hours away from the Masters Olympia, which is why we're going to give you a little preview of some of the storylines we're looking forward to, starting with the Men's Open, and the return of former 212 Olympia champ Kamal who's coming back to compete for the first time since the Arnold Classic back in March, where he also competed in the Open division and wound up finishing in 9th, a few spots down from reigning 212 champ Sean Clarita, who landed in 5th. And while there may be a handful of people out there who will see this one as a slam dunk already for Kamal, the top end of this lineup is probably a lot deeper than people are giving it credit, because he's still got to deal with Phil Clayar, who beat Hassan Mustafa to win the Orlando Pro a few months ago, and Fred Smalls, who had a pretty strong showing in Tampa just a few weeks ago, not to mention Josh Lenartowicz making his big comeback, also Max Charles, who's still plenty good enough to be dangerous at this point in his career, and a handful of other names that I'm sure plenty are excited to see back in action again. We're also going to get an old school matchup that should be awesome to watch between Hidetada Yamagishi and former 202 Olympia champ David Henry, who's truly one of the OGs from this era of bodybuilding. And we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to fellow 212er and longtime friend of the show, Derek Farnsworth, who's still out there doing the damn thing, looking incredible, and continuing to fend off Father Time. And we'll see you on the other side of that Masters O coverage. But before we get out of here today, one little friendly piece of advice from the All Arcs Muscle crew: don't be this guy.